You know, 2004 I was diagnosed, and my youngest child was only 18 months old, so that was the first diagnosis. So I was a young mum, relatively, with cancer. A lot's changed since then. I was put into remission, and then in 2015 it came back again. And I had, you know, a big double mastectomy and had all the treatments. I've lost my hair 3 times. I've gone through all the different chemotherapies, and I've been very lucky to have the Royal Marsden to be there for me. It's just been incredible. It's not, you know, it's not all roses, but I'm very lucky that I've, yeah.
So take me back to when you were diagnosed. What did you discover? A lump? What was it?
It was a lump. It was initially just a lump, and I first started because I was over in Epsom, and so I was able to get to the Royal Marsden in Sutton, and they got onto it pretty quickly. And I had a lovely surgeon, Mr. Quirchie, and he just it was like he dealt with it, but it was a lump initially. And I had a lumpectomy, and I had some nodes removed and stuff like that.
Where was that lump? Was it actually on the breast, or was it underneath the arm?
It was on the breast, so it was on the side of the breast, and it was kind of like a small egg.
Yeah.
But I hadn't, because I'm a working mum and I'm not checking myself as much as I should have done, and I thought I'm too young for this, which is crazy. I was in my old mum really, but 30s mum, you know, when Jack was born. So, yeah, he was 18 months, and it was an awful lot. And I had a position, you know, quite a position to hold at work as well.
What kind of thing were you doing?
At the time, I was doing not hospitality, but it's like I'm losing my words now. Being a troubleshooter, so going into businesses, helping smaller businesses that have got problems with managing turnover and not wanting to lose their businesses. So I was kind of a bit like a troubleshooter going in, and I loved it. It was amazing.
That's great. So you go
and I learned all these things. I went to different places, like to Young's pubs, and learned. I got a personal manager's license for the alcohol, and learned all about wines and things like that. But I'm a cook. I'm a person that is in a kitchen, looking after everything that's going on, making sure it's all wonderful. I'm a bit of I am a Virgo, so it's all kind of, everything's got to be correct and dated and everything else. And I loved it. It was a really good job. So I worked for them. I worked for Cafe Uno, you know, city centre restaurants. I've done all sorts of things. But, you know, my last job being at Osprey London, which is a wonderful company, and they just looked after me so well. As soon as they knew, they gave me so much time and so much inspiration, and helped me with my, you know, when I wanted the idea for the Genie Beanies. Alexandra, Graham and Alex, it's a family business, so she helped me very much, you know.
Yeah.
We'll
get to Genie Beanies, but I just want to go back so people can follow your journey.
Yes.
Because obviously you getting diagnosed, that was quite a while ago.
It was.
And then you had some treatment, the lump was removed. Did you have to have chemotherapy?
Yeah. So I had chemotherapy, which was quite a harsh one. First of all, they tried me on a chemotherapy, and it kind of just made things a little bit worse back in 2004. So I was called in and I got operated on quite quickly with it. And then the second time, when it came back, things are getting better all the time.
Yeah.
But again, it was hard. I've lost my hair 3 times. I've had all different sorts of AC, different chemos. Now I'm on I was on an Ibrance drug last time before the diagnosis of being terminal in 2018. Excuse me. Oh,
so you've been through the wars really with it. It's quite a tough thing. And your family, how did they cope with it? Because
it's been hard on them, because it's got me through. It's what gets me through doing the other side of things. But the family, it's been really hard on them. You know, it's a long time to have it just keep constantly coming back. And then when the terminal diagnosis came in, it was...
Because a lot of people, they have breast cancer, and you've probably met a lot of people who probably haven't made it.
I have made so many wonderful friends. It's grounded me. It's, especially during COVID as well. it's made me look at life so much differently, everybody differently, you know, and humanity and compassion and seeing people for who they are. You know, the people that you think are going to be close to you and help you and stand by you are not the people that stand by you. And it's the stranger in the street that doesn't know you. And someone that you've met on Facebook that has been wonderful. I mean, I've not name dropping any Claudia Redmond for us, Kearney. She has been inspirational and given me lots of contacts, and I've been like a warrior, a key, you know, on the keyboards, and you have to be thick-skinned to just keep going and keep going, even though I'm terminally not very well, and I have days where I don't get out of bed because I can't move. And just recently, my liver is inflamed, so I'm on a lot of steroids and things like that. But when I'm talking to people, and I've got Facebook groups as well, I want to and do Zooms and things like that. I want to smile. I want to be inspirational. And it was when in 2015 I realised I was the older one, and there were young mums that were in my ward that were going through it, and I was like the mummy looking after them, saying, like, you need this green tea and you need this and you need that, and we need to, you know, de-alkalise your body and alkaline, so they can't live in it's not de-alkalise, but live in an environment with alkalis. We need to do this so cancer stays away. And they were so lovely, and I just got to meet a lot of lovely people. So, but I've lost a lot of lovely people too, which has been hard.
Yeah, I guess
yeah.
It would be. So your idea, you started a business.
Yeah.
Sort of on the back of all of this. Talk to me about the business and when you started it. And
okay, so I mean, life has it's been a bit of a rough journey, obviously, personal life-wise. You know, I have 4 children, and you know, been through a divorce and things like that. But I ended up in Hertfordshire working. I mean, I'm writing a book at the minute, so I'll leave that to the side. But I ended up in Hertfordshire. I met a wonderful person who has just been my rock, Lawrence. And so I moved from Surrey, Berkshire to Hertfordshire, away from everything, started again, which was so good for me. But then he'd only been with me. We'd only been together a year, not even that. And I was diagnosed again. Oh, so it's just... It's incredible how it impacts your life, but at the end, I'm 55 now, I've just had my birthday, and meeting someone that stands by me and is a real rock, a real man, you know, that it doesn't happen. It's just, for me, it hasn't happened.
Well, I'm still looking.
Yeah, you know, I am pretty independent, and I do like that. So, you know, the Genie Beanies was something that... I had a friend over, Kim, who actually worked for the police at the time, and she's not terminally ill, but she was very, very ill, and she's actually doing very well now. And she'd been through so much with her cancer, and we met at the hospital, and we became friends, and she came to my home, and we had coffee, and we had drinks, and we went out to Battlers Green, where my stories when I was working at Osprey, and had lunch, and we just laughed, and we just came up with Genie Beanies. It just, the catch and the name and everything else, and I just thought, you know, we talked about beanie hats and things like that, so it was incredible. So I did all the research. I've never done anything like that, although I went into retail at the last thing. I went into it, I had no money behind me, I didn't know how I was going to do it, so I was asking questions from everybody that knew what they were doing, and lucky to have people help me, guide me through the right way, because it had to come from a sustainable source, it had to be eco, it had to be right, everything had to be right, the colours, the standard, the softness. I bought one for you.
Oh, you bought one for me. What are they? They're like...
So they're 100% bamboo.
They're hats?
They're hats. And I only do 3 colours. And the reason I only do 3 colours, no.
I'm not going to put it on because my wig will come off as well.
You can, yeah, they're amazing. But I have people now that are like in Dubai, and they're going through treatment, and they're jogging on the sands out in Dubai, and they're wearing these, and I've tested. I mean, I was going to wear one for you today.
You could do.
Pink is my colour. I was going to wear pink pumps, but I've ended up in white. But pink's the colour. But these have all got pigmentation, so that helps when you're really pale or feeling poorly. I mean, I have a friend that's got, Denise, has got skin tone exactly your colour, and she loves the pink. And, you know, she rocks it. She absolutely rocks it.
Well, if you gave me the choice, I'd choose the pink one.
Yeah, exactly. I think that will do it, because the pigmentation in it is just right. And you have to realise that the breast, for me, it wasn't about just women, it's about men as well. So I have a lot of men that buy for themselves that have got breast cancer, because people don't realise it's also that. Yeah. But it was a point that it was a sustainable product. It was something that was great, and it was coming from my heart to leave a legacy. It made me feel like I could carry on.
Yeah.
And just do something worthwhile.
So these hats, you make them? Who makes them?
Right, so I don't make them. I was lucky enough, my brother's a bit of a powerhouse as well, Rob, and he done lots of research for me, and he came up with a lady called Miranda Harper, who owns a company called Zany Hats. And I went and met her at the Spirit of Christmas, the Olympia show, you know, where you've got all the things going on, and you could see where they had all the CBD oils, they had all different sorts of stuff. It was incredible. It was an amazing event, and I saw her for the first time, and she did all these kind of ski hats, but she came on board, she jumped on board and said she was going to research and find the right person, and that's how we've done this. She uses her supplier. It is expensive. You know, we've come out of EU and everything else. Things have changed. You know, for me to have 300 hats, it's £3,000, you know, to go into the whole logistics. And each hat, £5 goes to the Royal Marsden charity, cancer charity.
That's great, isn't it? How much do they retail at?
So I have to do them at £25 each, but it's £27 with postage and stuff like that. I have the website, www.geniebeanie.com, and small places at the moment like Batlers Green Farm, the farm shop over in Radlett, they're selling them in their shop there for me, and things like that for the charity. But my aim is, and my legacy is, to get these everywhere, not just for the Royal Marsden, because I just think that people that can't afford, you know, we've got a system that is two-tiered no matter what anybody says, and people that can't afford the treatment that they need, this somehow, whether it's in research, whatever, I want to leave something that's going to help. Yeah.
So how much have you raised so far, can you say?
Oh, God, I'm not too sure, so I'm not going to put we've raised, you know, a considerable amount so far for the Royal Marsden. Not enough, nowhere near, but, you know, celebrities get a bit more out there and they manage to raise tons more, and it's harder for the everyday person that is that keyboard warrior trying to get the few pounds to do good, and it's just such a shame that it's so hard to be able to do it. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going.
Keep going.
I'm just going to keep going, and it just keeps me happy, and it helps me to be here with my family. It gives me joy. I have tears. I have laughter. I have. The fact that I help people is lovely, and everyone says, "Oh, you're incredible, you're this," and I don't see it at all. I just think, "Oh my God!" Each time anything happens, I had the Bell's palsy because I was stressed out about the beanies and also doing my, you know, not being well, and I'd never heard of Bell's palsy before. All of a sudden, the side of my face dropped, and it was like, "Don't need this," and I'm going to go and meet Linda Plant, and she's going to endorse. Did it go quite quickly? I mean, I'd never heard of it, so I did research, and I was very lucky because I looked at I went on, you're not supposed to Google, but I went on all the different sites, and it gave you exercises to do with your face and things like ooh, ee, ah, all these funny things, but it helped. And my eye, for me, people don't notice so much, but this side of my face, so my eye feels heavy all the time, and my lip feels like my face, but
it looks fine.
Hey ho. I was going to wear my beanie, and then my daughter-in-law said to me, you know what, you've lost your hair 3 times. just let them see that it's come back.
It's nice,
and it's not the best, but it's curly. It's what it used to be. Tons. It used to be
people
tons.
want hair. You've got hair. Be thankful for the fact that you have hair. So if people want to find out about the Genie Beanies, is there a website they can go to try and...
So the website is just www.geniebeanies.com. I also have Instagram. I'm not up on all of it, but
if they look Genie Beanie,
they'll find it. They'll find it. And also Facebook group and Genie Beanies UK.uk. You'll find it there.
Well, listen, thank you so much for talking to us about it.
So nervous.
No, you did a good job.
Thank you. I honestly, I just need to say thank you to Emma Sears, Real Phil, and to Claudia and to Siobhan Wykes and to all these people that have actually, a handful of you that have actually said you'd help me, because it's a really hard thing, because you get looked at as a crazy lady that's constantly...
But it's not easy to set up a business at the best of times.
Absolutely not, but I'm delighted to do it. So.
Thank you so much, Jeannie. Lovely to meet you. Thank you for joining us. That's Jeannie Donnelly. She's the founder of Genie Beanies.
Welcome to the GBNews YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.